Y'all, when I say that God has been speaking to me specifically this week in my garden, so I'm growing ginger and shampoo ginger in the same bed right up under my cattle panel. I planted the shampoo ginger about 2 months ago, and I knew that it took a while for ginger to sprout. I knew this already going in. Months were passing by, and I was not seeing any sign of any sprouting taking place, so I was getting concerned. But then a shift took place. And this is the part that I try to explain to people of why I love gardening so much. It's literally a spiritual journey. Instead of me responding or reacting, what I did was I was still. I said, okay, God, you told me that faith without works is dead. And I know that if I put in the work, that you're going to do the rest. So I had to immediately get into my faith practice and get into being patient and allowing the process to take place the way it's supposed to be. I was willing to accept whatever the result was going to be, whether it was something that was going to sprout and I was going to actually get some results this year, or maybe not, and I have to start over again. But something told me the other day to just kind of take a little hand shovel and just kind of see what the rhizomes are looking like in the soil, right? So I very lightly just kind of scratched around where I knew that I planted this shampoo ginger, and to my surprise, I found my first official sprout of shampoo ginger, and I cannot be more excited and more hype, y'all. When I finally discovered that the shampoo ginger did emphatically sprout, y'all, you could not tell me anything. I was so excited. I was jumping for joy. I was screaming. I could not be composed because I have been waiting for this for so long. I've been wanting to grow this plant for so long. And for me to see that my faith and my work actually paid off, there's nothing better than this. So what lesson did I learn from this experience? First, I learned that you have to have patience. And then I learned that you have to have faith, because again, faith without works is dead. So you got to put in that work and have faith that the work you put in, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. Also had to remind myself that the real work happens where nobody sees it, in that darkness, in that soil, in your house, in your room, behind closed doors, wherever it is, because this is a life lesson here at this point, right? I had to also be reminded that the fruit of my labor was not going to appear or manifest in my time, but in divine timing. No matter how long I have been waiting, no matter how bad I wanted that sprout to be manifested, I had to understand that I had to be still. I had to know that He is God, and in His divine timing, it was going to manifest if it be His will. So let me tell y'all, that was big for me. The work was taking place. I was watering that area just like I was watering the whole rest of the bed where the rest of the ginger was. I was fertilizing it the way I needed to, but I had to be reminded that the real work happens in darkness. That rhizome, it had the ingredients that was needed in order to sprout. It had the environment that was needed in order to sprout. It just needed assistance with manifesting the work that was taking place in that darkness, in that soil. Just know that the fruits of your labor will be manifested, okay? All the hard work that you've been putting in that nobody been seeing, all of the blood, sweat, and tears, the sleepless nights, all of that work that nobody has been able to see is going to pay off. The fruit is going to appear. The blessings will be overflowed, but not in your time, but in God's time. So if I can encourage any of y'all to just start gardening, of course, to provide food for you and your family, of course, but also the journey that you are taking up when you start growing your own food is really more of a spiritual journey. You get reminded of so many life lessons that you can apply in your own life. Being faithful, being patient, being resilient, okay? Being stronger, and understanding that the real work happens where nobody sees it. Y'all keep growing. Peace.